This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen. And Kristen's cat.
That's right. Anyway, we are back to discuss, I think we said it last week, but this time we'll be covering Grayson Annual number 2. More Superman this week, so we did some Superman last week, so have to see how it's the same and how it's different, because that other one was...
Well, it's only fair to do our issues with Superman in January. First superhero, first month of the year.
That's
there you go.
We'll see how this stacks up, because this is like New 52 era, so... But I was going to say, before we got to that, I know, was it like 2 episodes ago, we were talking about Tom Taylor taking over Nightwing?
Yes. There was some episode ago. Yeah, with issue 78, right?
Yes, in March, yes. I was feeling good, the art and everything, but once I saw this, I sent you his little statement, which I'm really looking forward to this now because, I don't know what article or whatever this was from, but Tom Taylor said, "This is the perfect time for a Nightwing story. It's the right time for a charming, entertaining, positive force for good, standing with the unprecedented and pushing back against corruption and greed." So
sounds good.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I think he's really going to get the character. He's has a handle on the character.
Yeah. I mean, so long as he's smart, but he doesn't have to be genius smart, just like smart. And serious, but not too serious. So he's like not all broody like Bruce. And fun. It just needs to be some fun and him not to look like an idiot. And he'll mostly be satisfied.
and Barbara's going to be there too, so.
Right, yeah. So hopefully I can't imagine. I say that and someone will, but yeah. People have in recent times, done a pretty good job of Barbara not being like some sort of pushover and stuff. So they should be good with her. And
I think like when they reset him and come back out of the gate, it's usually good runs. Like after Grayson was a good run, but after that, Tim Seeley continued with Rebirth Nightwing, which was really good. And now I think, after the whole Rick Grayson thing, I think Tom Taylor's going to do a great job with actual Nightwing. Yeah,
it's time for something to spice it up because, like we said, at the end, Dan Jurgens came in and they connected it to the Court of Owls, and it made way more sense than just he has amnesia. But
I mean, Dan did an excellent job.
Even though it made sense and it was good, it wasn't satisfying.
Dan did a good job, and he was kind of handed, somewhat of a mess just because there had been multiple raiders and stuff, and he did a good job, but 2 years was kind of too long for that story.
No, yeah, it was way too long.
Yeah, it should have been like 6 months to a year.
It should have been like 2 issues. I mean, hello, back in the day, I've been reading older issues. Back in the day, you'd get amnesia, have your amnesia problems, and it would be solved all in one issue.
I know, but modern comics, they like great for the trade paperbacks and stuff. So it's like,
they drag it out.
Give it
just like
6
Bruce
issues.
Wayne, like that Bruce Wayne murderer, Bruce Wayne fugitive. God, that must have been a couple of years. And there's some golden age Bruce Wayne accused of murder, convicted of murder, stuck in prison, rescued by Robin, saved, and everything's patched up and they realize it was wrong. 1 issue. Boom.
Oh, yeah. That's like even a lot of times, me and the others will like review 80s or 90s comics, and you could do any story in 1 or 2 issues.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. But then, sometimes in a story too, you'll get a one and done or an annual, if you will.
Yeah.
So should we jump into this Grayson Annual 2?
Most definitely. But yeah, I wish they would bring back some more shorter ones.
Yeah. Again, they write for the trades, but yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't need all the big events every 2 seconds.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Marvel, DC, we don't need 20 million events right after each other.
Yeah. I know. It's like, because it makes you feel bad for the people who aren't superheroes who live in that world. I mean, surely every day you're not almost.
Yeah.
It's like not the end of the world every day.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw an article like an hour ago. This might make your day. Like, I guess Dark Knight's Death Metal 7 comes out tomorrow because we're recording on a Monday. And they're saying, yeah, at the end, the universe is going to get rewritten again. And, some people might get resurrected. They're saying, oh, this might be the chance to bring Alfred back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they killed him off because they're going to do the whole 5G thing. But it's like, basically what Future State is. But it was going to be an ongoing thing. But now they're only doing it January, February. So they're like, well, what's the point?
They should never kill Alfred. They should never kill Alfred off.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I haven't seen it yet. But I mean, Pennyworth season 2's on right now. So they're like, well, let's see. The thing they killed him off for is not happening, and his show's on TV, so.
I mean, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
The dude he has really risen from his humble beginnings as Butler, introduced in 1943 to Batman's dad.
I know.
You can't kill him. Batman already lost one dad. Can't take away the second one.
He got his own show. He even got his own movie along with the car and the belt.
Yeah. Oh, Teen Titans Go.
He's no Challengers of the Unknown.
All right.
All right. So, yes. Grayson Annual 2.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah. Ugh.
I was going to say, yeah, you don't have to hold it up.
You hold it up.
This tablet is so heavy.
Yes, so it starts out with a flashback of Robin in the new 52 Robin outfit, which is fine, but nothing will top the iconic, ridiculous, original Robin outfit. It's just too good.
Were you a Christmas elf? Did you kill a Christmas elf? Again, Teen Titans Go.
That's right. And they're battling Blockbuster. I think this is the original Blockbuster, right? Not the smart brother, but
the first one, yeah, who didn't have the intelligence. Yeah, because I mean,
Mark Desmond, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to remember how they did in New 52, but yeah, back in the day, like in the 90s during Underworld Unleashed, the second Blockbuster like basically sold a neuron for intelligence.
Yeah, the original one, even like back in the 70s or 60s, is Mark Desmond, who like the super strength takes away his brain power or something like that.
Yeah, but the flashback just says several years ago.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't notice this the first time, but I think, is that a billboard a billboard for Lex Luthor? I think for his presidential campaign.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I mean, it's got a bald dude, and I see LE, and then there's an American flag behind it.
It could be, yeah.
Anyway, so the Batman, Robin, and Superman are all working together to take down Blockbuster.
Yeah, Gordon and the cops have the highway blocked off. I guess where Blockbuster's tearing it up. Oh, because several years ago, because this is Sergeant Gordon.
Sergeant, that's pretty low level.
I know.
He's going to be jumping up a lot.
This must be early on. Yeah, you see Batman and Robin on their motorcycles, and then Blockbuster's just they're having Blockbuster chase them.
That's right.
Little men with sharp bats.
I know, right? So then they electrocute him, zap him.
Oh yeah, they put a line across the highway and it zaps him. But
and that softened him up. So Superman.
How dare he? He's yelling at Dick. He's like, "I'll smash you, tiny girl boy."
No, that's awesome.
just because he has a nice butt doesn't mean he's a girl. Come on.
Also, he's a child right now, so slow your roll there, Blockbuster.
But yeah, Dick's calling Superman, "Hey, Blue, you awake?"
And boom, Superman gets him, and Superman and Robin share a nice fist bump.
Oh, yeah. Because, when they take down... Yeah, because Dick jumps over this hole in the highway. That's where Superman's at. And he's like, oh, you guys softened him up for me because last time I fought him, we demolished half of downtown Metropolis.
I know, which sounds bad.
I won't let you hurt my city, Superman. It's not what you say, Batman. It's how you say it. It's the way you say it.
I know, for real. It's like, Batman. It's all about tone, Bruce. Tone.
So
you can tell because the way they got it bolded on mine, he's like, I won't let you hurt my city. It's like, it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. So boom, all right.
So Superman clocks Blockbuster with like a big red cross or whatever, but then he hits the road and he's changing back. So was that Superman's punch, or looks like Batman's holding something, but I don't think they ever say what it is.
I think it's the electricity. I think that did something, because then Superman was like softening him up. I think that's like the electricity, and then Batman. Oh, it's probably one of those, I don't know, like inhibitor collars or something.
Oh, maybe.
Because they said they're going to take him to Star Labs. So.
And once again, kids, Star Labs isn't like it is on the Flash TV show. It could be good scientists or evil scientists. In the comics, it's whatever they need it to be.
Yep. So true. But and then,
look at Dick.
Like, and so many others, Dick says, Superman is cool. And Batman's like,
oh, yeah.
Let's be around him. He's like, he's a liability. What? He's just a guy. And he's like, Batman's like, no, he's not just a guy.
He was like telling Robin, Star Labs can handle the cleanup. Superman can handle the glory, quote unquote.
He's like, Superman is cool.
But it's like, I mean, I don't know if they're doing it different here because New 52 is all weird. But yeah, no, I mean, Batman's saying Superman's young and he's untrained. I'm like, aren't these around the same age?
No. But maybe since, because of course, Bruce, he had to train for how many kajillion years before he actually became Batman. So, anyone who just starts superheroing and trains on the job, I guess, is untrained in his opinion.
And I think they've already retconned it, but in New 52, I think just to work the timeline out, I think Batman was around before everyone else, maybe. I don't know.
Was older, you said?
He was around longer, so I don't know. Yeah, like you were saying, maybe, I don't know if it's just more experience or he actually was older, but...
Yeah, well, I think they like in comics to be loosey-goosey about how old people are, so...
Oh, yeah, definitely now.
So, all right, they're saying he's not just a guy, but...
He's an unknown quantity.
Because he's an alien. But so now this is in Gotham again. Well, I guess, they were in Gotham before. And, okay, so to remind our readers, wasn't this like Dick? Yeah, this is right after Dick went back to let everybody in the family know, like, hey, guess what? I'm not dead.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and hit issue 12 like we're going to do one day. But yeah, this is right after issue 12. This is him leaving Gotham, yeah.
Yeah. So,
of course.
So he puts a goofy little spiral eye thing in, which is super creepy.
I know. That's the thing, so no one can get a good look at his face. Because, for those of you who didn't read Grayson, everyone thinks Dick... Well, except for, like, Batman and now the Bat Family, because he told them, but everyone else thinks Dick Grayson's dead.
Yeah, and Batman even let everybody think he was dead. He was like, go be a super secret super spy.
Oh, yeah, even Alfred didn't even know he was alive.
Yep.
But, yeah, of course, this is by Tim Seeley. Well, the script's by Tim Seeley, plot by Tim Seeley and Tom King.
Yep. So, then... Dick's saying, all right, time to leave Gotham, because I checked in. Well, because Bruce was his contact, and Bruce wasn't contacting him, because he doesn't remember. Guess what, everyone? Amnesia strikes again!
Yeah. Because we get the other Batman in this. So,
apparently anyone has had amnesia. Jason had amnesia when he first came back from the pit, right? So I guess Tim needs to get on it. Has Tim ever had amnesia? If not, he needs to jump on that stat. It's his turn.
I don't remember. I know Superman's had amnesia. A lot of people have had amnesia. It's like me and Lil say, it's contagious in comics, amnesia. Yeah, I know. So Tim and Damian, they need I think they're the next Robins up for amnesia. Anyway, we have a recurring trope. Oh, yeah. We got this last episode, too. Exactly. Dick likes to jump. He jumps, and
What? Someone thinks he's about to commit suicide and saves him.
Yes.
Who could that be?
Superman leaps up because, yes, Superman's like basically losing his powers. But yeah, so he's not flying. He leaps and he's like, it's not. Yeah, again, he thinks it's a suicide attempt. It's not as bad as it seems. So see, it's like these characters around long enough, like certain tropes keep coming back up. Because like we said, last episode, we did an issue from 2001. And yeah, it was the same thing. Superman thinking he's a jumper and trying to catch him.
Yep.
Although I do like that panel of him leaping off the
yeah, him jumping and Dick doing the flips and stuff. Because Superman drops him because Dick doesn't have a face.
Oh, yeah, because he looks, I'm super. He's like, well, he's like, Clark,
yeah, and he does. He says his name, and he doesn't have a face, so he drops him, and Dick goes, "Oh man!"
Although at this point, oh my god, yeah, everyone knows who Superman is at this point. Yes.
Oh,
his identity's known. Yes. Mr. Brian Michael Bendis, you are not original. Yes, Superman was outed before this. So, but yeah, Superman drops him, and then he still leaps down to try to catch him.
Dick's got it.
Dick's swinging from there's like girders on I guess a building under construction.
Gotham's probably perpetually under construction because supervillains are always knocking stuff over.
But yeah, so Dick swings to the ground. He's like, Superman, don't worry, it's me, Clark. And he turns off those hypnos in his eye.
And then he's like, oh, and then they have a hug. Yay!
Robin, Nightwing, Dick Grayson.
Show the hug and play the off, Phil.
Oh, that's right.
Aww. That's right. Yeah, hugs.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hugs not
always here for hugs. Thought you were dead. And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, he basically tells Superman the whole thing. Yeah, my secret identity was outed, and now everyone thinks I'm dead, so Batman had me go undercover to infiltrate Spiral, blah, 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 blah.
And then Superman's like, okay, powers, giant starbursts, not the fruit, not the snack. And he's like, so now I have a motorcycle and a t-shirt.
Yeah, stupid New 52. They wrote it. I mean, again, this is already gone. They retconned it, but like he could let out like a mass. He could let out like all his solar energy in one gigantic heat vision blast. But then he was like powerless for a while. But now he's like, I don't know. I guess he's not recharging or whatever. So
but yeah, so he still has some of his powers.
Yeah, he's not what he was. Like he said, he's not flying. He's like can't fly. He's leaping. You know, like
which actually was how he was originally. I think in the first few issues he was jumping, but he still can hear. He still has the super hearing.
Yeah, I think his powers are just fading slowly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we covered these when they were new. Yeah, me and Lil were calling him Casual Friday Superman.
Yeah, that's good
because he's wearing the t-shirt and the pants.
T-shirt and jeans, yeah. He is Casual Friday soups. You're right. Pretty good. Anyway, so the Fist of Kain comes up, which I've seen the Fist of Kain before. Weren't they in... There was a number one where they crossed over again with, like, the Batman ones, but I don't know a ton about them, but whatever. They're like a murder club.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I'm not too...
I feel like there was a Batman one that crossed over, like, with Robin and Nightwing. Late 90s, early 2000s, where there was something with the Fist of Kain. But
yeah, here I'll look it up because I mean, well, I think I hear Kain, I always think David Kain, Cassandra's father.
Yeah, but it's not. Well,
let me see. Fist of Kain. Let's see. Yeah, a cult made up of serial killers and hitmen from across the globe, and which follow the famed populist philosopher Christian Fleischer. Oh yeah. They were after. Where's looking for our first appearance here, but okay. I mean, I get the only references I'm seeing are Nightwing 30, this issue, and Grayson number 7. So
okay, maybe it was something. Maybe it was something different.
I'm thinking it's just like a Grayson thing mostly. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
Cool.
So yeah,
anyway.
This crazy cult of killers basically go out and like try to one up each other and get points by killing certain targets.
Yeah.
So they're after Dick because he messed with them, and then and they rarely interested in Superman because he's an alien, and that's like a big points, I guess. Yeah,
because they get points. That's their thing. It's just like a murder club. The worst kind of club.
So Dick and Superman are fighting these. Superman kind of has to get more hand to hand. I love what's with these guys. Oh yeah, see, Dick even explains the kooks and psychos from all over. They subscribe to the writings of the depopulationist philosopher Christian Fleischer. They join the fist to compete for points. The better or rarer the kill, the more points it's worth. And they trade points for like fancy titles and glory because they're Amway of murder.
That's the worst. A multi-level marketing scheme of murder that combines everything that's
pyramid.
Everything that's bad about our world today. A murder pyramid scheme.
A pyramid scheme of murder. Then,
I don't know which part of that is worse, the pyramid scheme part or the murder part.
I know. And then one of them fires a rocket launcher at them.
Yeah.
And Dick's like, I see bullets can hurt you, so yes, Clark doesn't try to just like take it on his chest. He like knocks it into the ground, but still gets sent flying into a fancy restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, there Dick explains that he's a member of Spiral who killed Christian Fleischer.
Yep. Because these guys are in the restaurant, and oh look, that one guy looks like Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. But yeah, they're like, oh, these blue bloods equal double points, and then that's when Dick comes bouncing in. He's like, hey, I'm a member of Spiral. My group killed your leader. I'm worth triple revenge points, quadruple if you make me suffer.
Yeah, but I feel like he might be making that up. I mean, maybe the quadruple part if you make him suffer. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, but yeah, he helps Superman up. He's like, hey, gotta lure them away from innocence. We're like a big, huge winning lottery ticket.
Yep. And then they get on his super cycle.
Did you really kill their leader? No, not me, my boss. Well, my old boss before my sexy partner became my sexy boss.
Yeah, so that was the dude who killed him, right?
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Minos or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So they're on the super cycle, riding around, and boom, they get to the highway.
Again, like you said, it's always under construction because even Dick's like, head for the highway. It's still under construction from when you and the rest of the Justice League were possessed. You know, the Joker mind controlled you to go after Batman.
Yep. And plus, it also harkens back to the earlier event. Anyway, blah, 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 fighting.
I love Superman. What's this? So this is what you do now? In exotic locales, fight crazy murder cults? Yeah, and that and this jerk named Midnighter mostly.
Whatever. Midnight is your friend. Midnight is your frenemy.
Exactly. And yeah, these idiots are chasing them down this closed highway, saying they're going to make soup out of Superman. And then Superman, I remember this about you. Everything is a trapeze act. You figure out which rung to grab after you jumped. And Dick's telling Superman, and you could always rely on being invulnerable, so you could be mellow at best, a little careless at worst.
Yep.
And then Superman, meanwhile, Batman prepared for everything. No wonder we drove him nuts. Oh, good Lord. So yeah, Dick's face is hidden again, and this one woman from the murder cult, he's looking right at him. He turns off the hypnose again. It's like, hi there.
Yeah, look, and so then it's like, whoa, what?
He knocked her off her bike with his good looks.
Well, or the surprise of no face and then face.
I guess.
Probably a combination. But then some other guy coming up, and I do admire that this guy maybe that's like, I'm not quite sure what it is that he's drinking, but you do have to admire his ingenuity that he tapes his water bottle to his chest. So that he can, and puts a straw in it so that he can drink whenever he's thirsty.
They're super juicing, yeah.
Okay.
That's what Dick says, yeah, so. Yeah, because the one comes up in front of them and just, punches the front of the bike, and they kind of flip over his head.
Yep.
And Clark says, oh, good girl, Lana. Of course you still named them, you big softy.
Yeah. And then, who do we have here but our old buddy Blockbuster again?
Yep. Kill and earn your points. So is he part of their cult, or they just bring him in?
Well, she says right there that you share with the Fist of Kain, and the Fist of Kain shares with you. So,
yep.
So yeah, he does have it on there. Yeah. So they're partially like,
yeah.
You want these guys again.
So Dick and Superman are driving right towards him, and Superman says, I'm not strong enough to beat him one-on-one this time, and Dick puts something on the bike and says, time to say goodbye to Lana.
Mm. Superman, Lana, I liked you even better than Vroomy. Which, how could you not? Vroomy is kind of a weak name. But Lana, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, it's high school sweetheart. So yeah, Dick
leaps. That's how they buy themselves some time.
Yeah, because Dick leaps over Blockbuster, then Superman runs the bike into Blockbuster with the bomb on it.
Yep. Then the convenient highway sign, so Dick can flip them, and then Superman can, like, I don't know,
catch him.
Yeah, do his tumble jump. Because back with what we had before, although I don't think this joke is as good. It's like, it's good thing I'm comfy with myself, because the into your arms thing is kind of emasculating. Sorry, that's not as funny as you can put me down before you start calling me Lois. Sorry, that joke was better.
And then he's like, he tells Superman, just jump, because I guess there's another bomb on the bike.
Oh, yeah, because he has that. Yep.
Distracts him.
Yeah, Superman, why do guys always feel the need to bring this up? I feel like if you're truly comfy with yourself, you wouldn't need to say anything about Superman catching you. Anyway.
So there's that explosion at his distraction, and then Superman leaps him away, and he's like, where to? And Dick says, near the cauldron over there, Gotham Scrapyard. And Superman, one of Batman's safe houses, he does prepare for everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Superman's doing his jumps, because it kind of looks like they're flying in that picture. But
yeah, it's
jumping really high.
Oh, yeah, it's probably, I don't know how much strength he has left, because that's like the Hulk can leap like 3 miles at a time, so.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's just a huge leap, yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, they go to this hidden safe house, Batman's, and, Dick asks if the bad guys are outside, and Superman says he lost his X-ray vision, but he can hear them.
And then he's giving a reminder on what's up with Blockbuster. All right, he escaped Bell Rev and that kind of stuff. And so the Fist has used Desmond's blood to enhance their own. That's why they say, you've given us. So that's what the super juice is, or whatever it was. Oh, yeah. And just ask, can we call Cyborg? But they say, no, he's off planet. So what is this inhibitor? Is that like an inhibitor collar? Is that what they mean? Or
something like that. Well, yeah, though, I guess I forgot that is the device Batman was holding in the beginning of the issue, yeah.
Okay.
It must depower
the hypothalamus inhibitor.
And I know Superman's like, oh, do you know how to build it? And Dick's like, first he's like, yeah, maybe. Then he's like, no. I'm like, since when was Dick ever the tech guy? Just
right. Well, that's why he says, maybe. Then he's like, no, I can't.
I was like, did Batman build the first one? Just because Batman knew how. I don't know.
Maybe he should have shared it, but yeah, I don't know. I thought sometimes the Bell Rev. But anyway, then we get a reminder. I remember when I left the Batcave, when I told Batman I wanted to strike out on my own, I was trying to think of a name for myself, So this hints that we don't have a Sturm and Drang sort of big epic breakup where you're fired, but instead maybe more like what happened in.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. New 52, they were never.
Titan, but then he says, I remember you told me about Krypton story, Nightwing and Flamebird. Nightwing's job was to rebuild what Flamebird destroyed, to be reborn and start anew. But then he's like, give me some of my power, it's legend. But the truth is, I'm no legend. I'm not Batman. I can't build something from scratch. I'm a trapeze artist, an actor. I'm just a guy. It's a little self-deprecatory. I mean, true, because everybody has different skills, but you're kind of a legend too.
I know. Again, New 52, they were never too specific on a lot of the history, because a lot of stuff changed, but they never went into it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Dick and Bruce didn't have a big fight, or maybe this time it was Dick's idea. Maybe it was more like the animated series episode, where he's like, I'm out of here.
Well, or maybe more like the nudge, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm fine with us. I'm fine actually in the New 52 with us not knowing, because then I can pick whatever one I want.
Yeah.
It's fun. But no, I think on the one hand, we're kind of like, oh, don't sell yourself short, Dick. You're Nightwing. You're a legend too. On the other hand, it is nice that he's like, I'm just a guy. I'm not a legend. Because honestly, like, if someone came up to you and they were like, hey, I'm Nightwing and I'm a legend, you'd be like, get out of here. You're so arrogant.
No.
So it is more a reflection of his character that he's like, I'm just a guy.
So yeah. But then Superman has an idea. He's like, we got to put these guys down. He's like, if you don't know how to build the inhibitor, I know somebody who can. You're not going to like it, though.
Because that someone is Lex Luthor. It's like, what? No!
Yeah, because
oh, he killed me.
Because they're the bad guys are tearing apart the scrapyard trying to get to them. And, Superman's like, they'll be through that hatch in any minute. But he's like, listen, with Bruce out of commission, because, again, the amnesia, Lex may be the smartest man on this planet. He can build this device.
Isn't Lex supposed to be even smarter than Batman anyway?
I don't know. I think it's usually pretty close.
I thought it was like Lex is supposed to be the smartest man, but he uses his powers for evil.
Oh, yeah, and then, the whole thing, like you said, Dick says, Clark, the man, killed me, because, again, forever evil, which started this whole thing, Dick was outed by the crime syndicate, then they strapped him like a giant bomb attuned to his heartbeat. So, while Batman wasn't willing to do it, Lex stopped Dick's heart to disarm the bomb, and then, did CPR or whatever, bring him back.
Yep. And then Dick's like, blah, blah, how Lex is a bad person, which is true. And Clark emphasizes, yes, and he does it that it's hard for Lex to believe since Clark has been outed as Superman that he thinks he's a fake. And so they've done. Yeah,
that's a trope they've done a couple times. They did it in the 80s too, because it was like right after Crisis on Infinite Earths, like Lex had his people going over all data about Superman, and they came to the conclusion, they're like, oh, hey, Clark Kent is Superman. And, Lex was like, no, he refused to believe it. He's like, I can't believe someone with that kind of power would stoop so low as to just, masquerade as an ordinary nobody.
That's why Superman is a good guy and not a bad guy.
Exactly.
Yes. And then Dick's trying to say, I've changed, Clark. But Clark says, when we first met, you, me, and Bruce, it was clear to me that Bruce picked you for a reason, to be different than him, to be the light to his dark, the trust to his suspicion. You say you've been undercover, working with spies and backstabbers and liars, but I refuse to believe that world got the better of you, Dick. And Dick pauses. I know. And he thinks, and then he's like, all right.
Well, he trusts. Didn't
get the better of him.
He trusts Superman.
Exactly. And so, anyway, I guess somehow you can just call up Clark Kent, and he's like, okay.
But Lex is like, your little stories.
Some of my drones.
Yeah. He's scanning with them drones. He's like, body temperature says there's 2 of you in there. My tech shows one is enhanced, an eyepiece often associated with Spiral. Then we see all the bad guys juicing up.
Yeah, so he knows it's Dick. Have we already had that issue where Dick meets with Lex Luthor, or does that come after? I can't remember now.
I'm trying to remember it. It's either right before either right before this or right after, so.
All right. But anyway, he knows who Dick is, but it's like not that big of a deal because, most everyone does. It's like, oh, good, I can kill you both. But instead, what happens is that must be what that pink stuff is, maybe. It wasn't electricity, but it was like inhibitor.
Yeah.
Inhibitor electricity? I don't know what you would say.
Because they're about to break in, and then, I'll get a big flash of that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's coming from below, but I guess it must be coming from above. He must drop it on them, I guess.
Or he said he sent drones, unless they're blasting them from above from the drones. Yeah, because he's like, I thought, why waste such a wonderful opportunity? He's saying, oh, Superman crawling to me on his knees like the alien would ever do that. I built you your little device on the toilet.
Mm-hmm. I'm teleporting it over now. Okay, so they must be like sticking it up from the bottom.
Yeah.
You make a good show. So, seeing your attempt to play Superman in Grayson's sad community theater portrayal of a super spy, I'm not expecting much. Rude. Although we know Dick is like only a so-so spy because, he's kind of too honest.
Nice, yeah.
Batman-esque to be into the Batman code to really be a spy.
I mean,
that's why it's funny.
He's too.
He has the sexy part of the spy down, but not the other parts.
Yeah, he's too nice. He's too heroic. I think I even said that at the time. I'm like, I almost would rather have seen Bruce in that role than Dick, because I think Bruce would have gotten his hands more dirty than Dick did.
But that's why it was an interesting thing to do. Shook things up a little bit, and it was funny. And actually, if you want to play with the spy genre more, you want to do it with somebody who doesn't fit in with the spy. Someone who will do things like throw the gun like a batarang instead of shooting with the gun. Fun.
Yeah, and I think I made the point, too, during the Grayson series. I'm like, that's why Dick is more interesting than Bruce. It's because they're never going to take Bruce out of Gotham long term. Maybe a couple issues, but not long. I mean, Dick, Grayson series ran for, 30 issues or no,
20 issues, and then he crossed over into some of the We Are Robins and Batman. He was Grayson during Batman Eternal.
Yeah, but they're never going to pull Bruce out of Gotham for 2 years straight. With Dick, they can do that. I mean, they can have him go anywhere.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that they can do with all of the former Robins, is if you want that, a little bit Batman-esque character in a different situation, there you go.
Exactly, or even Barbara to a certain degree, but yeah, not Bruce.
Right.
But yeah, they zap the guys with the inhibitor, and then they come charging out of that hole. Nice work, Red. Back at you, Blue. Oh, look, another splash page.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
But then we really don't see the rest of the fight, because they just show them getting locked, the cops taking them all away.
Fine. We know they won. One can only watch so many fight scenes. And then this is when Gordon's filling in as Batman, right?
Yes, that's Gordon in the Bat Bunny armor. Because look at those ears.
Yeah, I hope Luther liked the show.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah, Bruce had amnesia, so Gordon was filling in as a Batman. But yeah, we haven't had a haul like this since the last guy. Then we see Lex's drones flying away.
Yep. In your face, Lex. And then Dick says, I gotta get to the airport. He's like, don't look at me. I can't fly you. He says, well, how about a jump to the airport?
Are you gonna make it?
Are you weird again? When is it not weird? That's true. It is always kind of weird to be jumping to the airport.
And I was proud when you took the name Nightwing. And now a little part of me is kind of sad you gave it up. Aww.
Mm-hmm.
The great rebuilder, the catalyst of change, eternally reborn to start anew. But then I think there's a more appropriate name for that title now. Grayson.
Aww. But don't worry, he'll be reborn again as Nightwing, so you'll get your wish, Clark. It'll all come full circle.
Nightwing,
and you'll get your powers back and all that good stuff. So is that supposed to be Batman, Gordon Batman, whose face they're reflected in?
Yeah, that's that armor, okay. Yeah. And that's
cool.
And then that's Bruce with the beard sitting there.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, because that's Alfred back there. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Bruce with his bearded Bruce.
But I love when they're sitting there at the end and Dick's like, I've been doing this without powers for a long time, and I think you're doing a good job.
Most definitely.
Even though Clark still has a little bit
going on. Although, how long does Superman go without his full powers?
I can't remember what issue he was on around this. I mean, it goes for a little bit, and then they kind of brought back the pre-New 52 Superman, and they kind of killed this one off. But then later on, they kind of did a cosmic thing and kind of combined them so everything mattered,
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, pre-New 52 Superman and Lois are out there, and they had a kid, so.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, and then I guess following some of this, in the omnibus, it goes into some of the We Are Robin stuff.
Okay.
And then the next thing is
But yeah, this takes place like we said after issue 12, because on the DC Universe app it says up next Grayson 13.
Yeah, but in here I think around the same time when the Robin War stuff was happening.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is just gives you the books in that series.
Yeah. Where Dick because that's where Damian gets that thing stuck in his face, right?
yeah, because Dick has to suck it out kind of in the first issue once he's Nightwing again.
Yeah, And that's the one where in Robin War, which is kind of a weird thing, but Dick somehow gets all of the Robins arrested because he's like, I want to protect you, right? That's the deal.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird. Oh, yes. Then when you get back to Grayson, that's the one where the doctor's being all creepy on him. And
he's naked and stuff. Yeah.
He's checking him over. Yeah, when we get Tiger Shark again with his creepy tongue. That's what's coming up. All right. Cool. So which one did you enjoy better? This one or the previous one?
I mean, they're both good. I mean, Tim Seeley wrote this. I love Tim Seeley's stuff, but I think I kind of give an edge to last week's just because I like the Grayson series, but I love him just a smidge more as Nightwing.
Mm-hmm. I think that I liked last week's a little bit better because it was simpler.
And it was simpler. You just got like the versions, the classic versions of them. You know, Dick was Nightwing. We got a fully powered Superman. You know, cape and everything.
We didn't have to call in Lex Luthor and listen to his insults.
Exactly.
It was just.
But New 52, they had to be
two guys doing their thing.
Yeah, New 52 had to be all gritty and stuff. Yeah, just make it simple.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
See,
but it'd be like A and A minus, or like, A minus and B plus.
Exactly. I mean, just modern comics. It just seems like they think they have to like be all. They have to make it all complex and stuff. It's like you can do a simple story. That's fine as long as the writing's good. Keep it simple.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Indeed. Yeah, that was what was particularly appealing to me. And I think maybe that's part of why I liked the other one better too, with it being simpler, is it was it was actually less action. There were fewer fight scenes, and I liked that because it was a little more them chatting, and you got it was a little more character driven, that you could tell.
Exactly.
They were buddies.
More pally around, a little more cheerful on their end. Yeah. Whereas this one had a lot. I mean, they had to explain who the Fist of Kain was, and there were a lot more fight scenes. Exactly. I mean, they had kind of explained Intergang last time, but they did it real simply. It's like, they're...
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing is, like, Intergang, you can pretty much figure out, I bet they're a gang. Yup, they are.
Yeah, they're just like mobsters with high-tech weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
So it's a little bit simpler explanation.
Again, modern comics, you don't have to go all complex and make our heads hurt. Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Thank you, though.
Indeed. Like I said, it was fun, just... And that story was longer, I think, too, because it was an annual. Aren't usually annuals a little bit longer?
Yes.
So...
All right, so next week on the schedule for next week will be episode 75.
Ooh.
Nightwing 4 and 5 from 1996. So back to some Chuck Dixon Nightwing.
All right, back to when Bloodhaven was first introduced, right?
Bloodhaven? We covered issue 1, 2, and 3 last year, so yeah. And I think we did 1, 2, and 3, and we did 6. So we'll fill in that gap. We'll do 4 and 5.
Yeah, we did, because 6 was a one-off, I think.
Yeah, so it was the one where Tim comes to Bloodhaven for the first time. Yeah. So we'll fill in that. We'll fill in that little blank there, and then in 2 weeks, like we said last week, we'll do. We should have the Nightwing Future State #1, and then we'll do that short story from Superman 700.
Yep, because that's a compilation.
Yes.
Or whatever, anthology book, whatever. It's a lot of little short stories in it.
Oh, yeah. So, figured we'll do that.
There's a Superman and Robin one, and it's awesome.
That's right, and we'll see what Future State has in store for us.
I know.
Again, even if we don't like it, it's only going to be 2 issues, so.
Yeah, it should be fun.
2 months, 2 issues, so, yeah. So, hopefully it won't be too grim and bleak, because, future.
I know, the future is always grim and bleak in DC Comics, isn't it? When's the happy future one? I guess that was what you got with Convergence, a little bit.
I don't know. I guess maybe it's just like, look, if we're not careful, the future could go horribly wrong, so that's why we have to keep fighting.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but what if it's like, look, we're doing a good job, and it's going to pay off in the future. It'll be great. Why can't we be a nice story.
But again, modern comics can never do that.
Well, I know modern literature doesn't so much do it either. People used to write utopian novels, and then they started writing dystopian novels. A lot of bad stuff happened a lot of bad stuff has happened, but like a lot of really bad stuff happened in the 18 and 1900s.
Dystopian futures, I blame reality TV. Hey, it gave us a president. Come on.
Yeah. We're living in the dystopian future. Maybe that's why I want to read a happy future. I'm like, I don't need to read dystopian literature. I just look out the window.
Exactly. All right. So, anything else on these?
No, we're good.
All right. So, yes, next week, Nightwing 4 and 5 from 1996. So, yeah, come back. More classic Chuck Dixon Nightwing and, the first appearance, I believe, of Lady Vic.
We'll go back in time, 25 years ago.
Gonna go back in time.
I can't believe 1996 was 25 years ago.
I know. Shut up. 1996. The year I graduated high school.
Year of the Olympics.
Oh, true. Well, one of the Olympics, yes.
Right? No, that was the only one.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So, yes, send your thoughts, Nightwing 4 and 5, or if you read Nightwing Future State, which will be covered in 2 weeks, send that. Superman 700. Send all the thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. We have the Bloodhaven Bulletin, our Facebook fan group. Please join us there. Kristen put up a nice little thread today, so yeah,
come participate in our icebreaker.
Yes, go join and show us your cool Nightwing merchandise. It can be a living, breathing animal. It doesn't matter. And do a little cross promotion here. You can also follow. Facebook's giving me trouble. Lilith and I are doing a Batman show now, so you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We were trying to do We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. It was giving me trouble, so I just branded it the Batman podcast. So yeah, look on Facebook and Twitter for the Batman podcast and Agents of the Bat, the Facebook group. So figure if you like Nightwing, you probably like Batman. And I figure, hey, call it the Batman. When people go looking for that movie, they'll find us.
There you go. Yeah. All
right. So, and you can find links to all of these shows and much more, even Marvel stuff, at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. So get yourself a game to play when you should be locked in the house, and some nice headphones. Use the code Southgate for a discount on both of those. And for you smart people who like to read, go pick up Pod Life the book, Volume 1, now in digital and paperback. And again, if you're a fan of this show, you don't have to be a fan of this show, but go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. You don't even have to read it, just go buy it. Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder.
If you buy it, you might want to read it.
Well, yeah, I would want to read it, but I'm just saying, got some loose cash floating around after the holidays. Go buy Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. If you don't want to read it, give it to someone who would like to read it.
Use your stimulus money.
The best gift, knowledge. Oh, that's right. You could buy stimulus money. Yeah, if you don't need that extra money, buy a couple copies. All right, so, but when you go on Amazon to buy that and all of that, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man who could definitely use an inhibitor, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right, and Kristen has no plug except please go buy Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. She put lots of love into it, so go buy it. All right. So what did we learn today, kids? If you're going to be a supervillain, do not name yourself after a failed video chain.
That's the start.
Don't get too sentimental about your motorcycles.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you're a superhero.
Yeah.
stuff coming for the 81st year of Dick Grayson.
I think Wonder Woman's going to be 80 this year.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of them are. Or was it last year?
Maybe Wonder Woman. No, wait, maybe Wonder Woman came out in 1940 as well.
I think so, yeah. All right, everyone. Come back next time. Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Nightwing News.